failure. I'm just kidding. I feel like that was kind of harsh and you took it seriously. I'm sorry, Max.
Hurt my feelings.
It's public now?
Don't blame your dad for that stuff in your hair.
Yeah, boy.
Yee boy.
So Jonathan, when did you know you were the Avatar?
I always knew I was the Avatar.
But then everything changed from the Fire Nation attacks.
You know, he is about as buff as Korra.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see the guns. Let's see the guns.
We gotta see the whole getup.
Yep.
No, you know.
Gotta stand.
Give us a turn, darling.
Boy.
Oh!
For all you children at home, you're scarred for life now.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the socks off. I got
On my table.
on Becca's table. I meant chair. And I got your guns.
Those are actually impressive.
See, you have the muscles of Korra, I have the muscles of Sokka, so none.
No,
basically.
what are you talking about? Soccer would be jet. Also, I could pull off the midriff as well.
You guys using this for anything?
No.
No.
Okay.
Are you gonna wear it as a hat?
No.
Cat in the hat?
He's holding up a fruit basket for people that... What?
Phone's in the basket.
Thank you,
Wait.
Max.
Alright.
Can I just check live chat real quick?
No, I have the live chat.
Okay. Fine.
He's watching it.
Phone's in the
Max,
basket.
It's over
favor. You know what anime I was talking about, right?
Now we can't get distracted. I can because I'm
Max.
on phone because I'm taking live chat.
Get me the picture of
They
the John
can.
Explains.
Okay.
John Explains? Okay, thank you.
Which one is it made? The one. The
The one the creator of
Riri?
multiple ones that make you cry.
Riri or
Is that the one?
Oh, that.
Yes.
It's like the other one or the other one?
Or the another one.
We all have
Chris
great shirts today.
Spector and Aaron Manager have joined the chat.
Oh boy.
Max, can people see the shirts that Becca and I are wearing?
What do you think of my midriff?
Some?
Some.
Okay, let's stand up and show them.
Glasses
Come on.
There you go. He's wearing my costume, by the way.
That felt lovely.
Chris, I think you're a little outnumbered here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have great outfits today.
I find
Ooh,
this
Christ.
most-
But this is
Yes.
the rock.
I find this most
The
illogical.
boulder.
Why is this abominable to you?
No, I find this most illogical.
I want me some boulder.
Because
Whoa!
whoa. The boulder takes issue with that comment.
So yeah.
Do we have any viewers yet, Max?
2.
2,
Hi, guys.
5.
Hi.
Woo!
Okay.
Awesome.
If
Okay.
they saw me in a dress for the
A couple of my coworkers said they were going to try and watch tonight.
Oh boy.
Hey, they never work at nighttime, so your chances of seeing them are next to nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but are there any of my people
No. These people are like over the age of 20.
Okay, that's
No, none of
So
them
you
are
don't know
even.
of them.
I was
No.
just like, because yeah, I know some people that do watch this and know me. And will
Oh
put
my
this out.
goodness.
Oh, gosh.
Oh boy. That's the
Great.
greatest thing ever.
Woo!
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
At least
Well,
you're secure in your masculinity.
Yes, I
So
slightly
you can wear a
am.
Korra
Yep.
outfit.
so before we get started on tonight's topic, I actually want to make a quick note of. I want to make a quick note to my fellow writer Ensight, who is also known as Giratina Origin. He's the guy that you made the Fire Sword illustration for it. For those of you that read my Fire Sword story and enjoyed it, he has been making a sequel. He's 5 chapters into it. I've read up to chapter 4, and I must say he's doing a far better job than I had anticipated. So for him, I say thank you for not only picking up where I left off, but also making a story that I can enjoy again. And honest to goodness, I honestly believe that he's going to do a better job with the story than I could have. So he's definitely taking to learning from the mistakes that I made. He's keeping it down to a few core characters instead of trying to write about like 50 of them, which is one of the biggest mistakes that I made.
I should get myself
You want
a
more
tank
grape
top.
juice?
I don't know if there's much in there.
Or what are they called?
appreciate
Muscle
it.
shirt?
People have joined the chat.
What's that?
Warlord, Brenner, whatever.
Hey, Bruni, what's up?
Hi,
And
Bruni.
Martha have both joined the
Hey,
chat.
Martha!
Oh boy, hi Martha.
She's gonna
Wait,
laugh
no,
about
there's
this
a-
tomorrow.
There's a question
Yeah.
from Aaron Manzer.
What's up?
The question is, how did everything go last week?
Everything went fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
We did get
It's a
married.
good wedding.
Hey,
Yep.
They both looked very
That,
nice.
that's probably. I'm sure they're probably guessing that's why we are wearing
Yeah.
these.
My grandma screamed at Jonathan.
Mm.
Aside from
Yeah.
that, it wasn't too much drama.
No, actually, she screamed at Josh. Then
Oh, it was Josh. Okay.
she screamed at Josh, and then I wasn't going to take any of it, so I was like, you know what? You didn't show up for the rehearsal? You're not going to say anything.
Oh.
Anyway.
This lady has been known for turning
stilettos
into
ninja
shurikens.
stars?
And I
Yeah.
have very good reflexes, thank you.
He does have a point.
Martial arts
Gotta
for
love
8
those
years.
sandal throwing grandmas. Anyway.
Okay. Now that's out of the way. Now that I've explained once again, you can. But oh, that's right. I didn't say the. I didn't say the
We
name.
should make a dating profile for this version of me.
The official Avatar Tinder account.
Whoa!
That'd be great.
Okay, so just to wrap up what I was saying earlier,
I'm just a whiter, blonder version of Korra. That's all.
And the story is called Fire Sword Fated Incursion. And again, I give it top marks. I really recommend you read it, especially if you like the first story. So, with that out of the way, and we can probably get onto why Jonathan is dressed like a drag queen.
I'm not wearing pants, by the way.
Well, actually, they can see your legs,
No, they
so...
can see
Can they see me like?
Yeah, they can see your legs.
Dang yes.
So if it was up to you, then you could have gone
Hey,
with
Chris, come here, house. The beaches are fine and the beeps are finer. Could you speak up? I'm not wearing pants.
Last Robin.
Hey, Robin, the meme maker's here.
Joseph, that's a terrible
listen,
joke.
But can't make memes this time.
You what?
Okay,
This is
sorry.
gold.
Joseph,
I am
alright.
throwing
sure
myself at you, Robin. What more do you
It's
want
okay.
from me?
We have a picture for him for later.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Joseph, alright, it's your first time, I'll be gentle.
I don't know.
Do I look Catholic to you?
We're referring to Dragon Balls Sea Abridged, so if you've watched, you understand.
They're always referring.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't seen it before, which is like...
I'm loving it. I've never watched anything Dragon Ball Z, and I'm hooked. It's really funny. Yeah.
All right.
What was our first,
Well,
Let's
our
discuss.
topic of discussion...
How do we cosplay Korra?
Our topic of discussion is actually Avatar: The Last Airbender, the predecessor to Legend of Korra. However, Rebecca actually made this a cosplay as Korra. She did a really good job.
I lost. Well, it used to have more stuff.
Well, you don't... Jonathan obviously can't do the hair loopies, and you don't have the Uggs anymore, but...
Or
I mean,
the white collar.
Or
But
the
you
skin
made
tone.
this. It's pretty
But I
impressive.
have the muscles.
So, but in any case, we're talking about the show's predecessor, which is so much better. Avatar:
Yes.
The Last Airbender.
Yes.
And actually, Chris, if you wouldn't mind going under the TV over there, we have the entire box set signed
okay,
by
Robin.
some of the... What's up?
No
He's
worries,
like,
Robin.
the
You're
reason he said
fine.
why, I said I'm helping my aunt and uncle move.
Oh, dude, that's
good.
cool.
That's really good.
All right.
Excuses.
Oh, like Game Inspector.
You'll hit us up on Twitter.
Game
later.
Inspector?
He's going. He went Avatar like that.
Well, you should go in
Well,
front of the
okay,
speakers
yeah.
and actually
So here's
yeah.
something interesting about this particular collection, is that it is signed by the martial artist that inspired Toph, as well as the martial artist that inspired Master Pion Dao, Sokka, and...
Manny.
And
Sokka and-
Kisu, right?
Kisu.
Kisu.
Fun fact about Master Pion Dao, he actually tutored both Zuko and Sokka in swordplay.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that is
Yep.
right.
You
So-
find this out in one of the Lost Adventures comics.
So, the Sokka's sword teacher is based off of Sifu Kisu. If you meet the guy, he is obsessed with swords, and he also looks a lot like the guy, except without the goatee.
Didn't they base the look off of him?
Yeah,
That's
they look very
really cool.
similar.
That's-
Obviously, they did not
man.
base Toph's look off of...
I want to meet Sifu
That
Kisu
man
now.
is huge.
But he can
Yeah,
move.
I've seen that in the behind
He
the
is
scenes.
like-
Yeah, he's huge.
He is lightning fast. Like, it makes no
It's
sense.
like, how does something that big move that fast?
Also, he wears traditional sandals all the time, where it's
Yeah.
like a wooden board and then the.
He doesn't look
That's
anything at
cool.
all like a martial artist.
That's so
But
cool.
he is.
But yeah.
He also practices a martial art that is no longer done. It's actually the martial art that Toph does, and I don't remember the name of it right now.
Jonathan Sifu is actually friends with these guys. And I already had this collection for a long time, but when my birthday came around a few months ago, Josh actually got the collection together, and he asked them to sign it for me. So that was something that was really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris was like, you can buy the entire complete collection in one box now. And I'm just like, yeah, but mine's cooler.
So
Well, I'm only
Max-
saying that because my
okay.
sister has all these, and she's like, they're hers. So I'm like, now I have to get my own. But yeah,
Max,
good point.
I think that you have our list, our order of
Yeah,
topics
Max.
on
That's why I
Jonathan's
needed
over
my
there.
phone,
Yeah.
Max.
It's okay.
You
Max
have a
can.
book that has them all in it.
Max is our tech guy. He's going to.
Chris, do you mind grabbing us that
That's
book
not
real
the
quick?
one.
Not at all.
This is the right one.
It's the silver
Yeah.
one.
That one.
It's all good. We
Yes.
got the list. You
Oh,
mind?
is
Where's
that,
the?
we're using my list?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
A list. A list of all
But
the.
these
Not
aren't-
gonna
these
tell
aren't in
that joke
order of
because it's
anything.
inappropriate.
Jonathan's. You didn't put them
John's
in
phone
order,
suits
did
there.
you?
I think there's
No,
some
I
question.
didn't.
Let me read through these real
down
quick.
that you don't have.
Okay, so
right there.
probably I think the topic we should probably talk about first is what makes it stand apart from other shows that we grew up watching.
Okay, that's a good one.
Which one of you would like to start?
Oh, sorry. Say the question again.
Let me
That's
think.
okay.
What makes Avatar: Last Airbender stand apart
If I see you
from?
on your phone anywhere, 10 miles.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay, good.
Well, okay.
If it is, take it back.
Okay.
Are there any extras
What
other than
what
these?
makes Avatar:
I'll
Last
deal with it.
Airbender stand apart from the other shows we grew up watching?
Ooh.
Like, what makes it different?
Because it definitely has a different emotional value.
I
think, than
It's
them.
definitely a very good. What I think of it as, it's a very new take compared to Star Wars of the hero's journey, and it's done so differently to the point where it's very, like, for a kids show, it's very well written, and even adults can like it too.
Yeah, I think especially the first season is written in such a way where it's silly, it's very child friendly.
Mhm.
There's, the action is not like super hardcore,
Mhm.
but it's so well written, and the characters, like, even right at the beginning, are interesting and they're different.
There's only one
They-
episode in the entire series that you don't need to see, and even then you don't get character development, but you still get character exposition out of
Yeah.
Katara and Sokka
That's true.
in the
What-
Great Divide
what-
in the
what
Great Divide
That's
episode.
true. Yeah, that's true.
The one where they help the
Oh,
two tribes.
I hate
It's
that
like
episode.
Yeah.
I thought
But
it was
it does.
fine.
You're right.
My
It does
least
develop Katara and Sokka's relationship.
Like
very
I
well.
like I said, it wasn't exactly character development because not much changes between them. It just does a little bit of exposition into their brother sister
Yeah,
relationship.
it was just a side quest.
Yeah.
exposition.
Yeah.
I also.
Oh, and before we go any further, we're Chris, Joe, and I have read
All
of
the comics that have come out
And
today.
so if you guys haven't read all of the comics, they are actually available for free on YouTube.
And they like
Check
play
them
the
out.
original music and stuff.
Yeah.
Guys,
but
come
the
on. You
comics-
can pirate them on the internet.
Do not listen to him at all.
Anyway, so
How much you wanna bet I can
we're-
find?
if you haven't read the
Don't
comics,
know.
there's
Do you mind
gonna be
running one more errand?
spoilers at some point. And
All
these
the
guys
comics
have
are over there on
zero-
the top shelf.
Listen, these guys have zero filter, so I know there's gonna be spoilers from the comics like crazy. So if you don't know like about
Names
Zuko's
of man.
mom and all of the like relationship stuff that happens like
We will
If we
put
just
spoiler.
after
We will put spoiler
the
alerts
original
in case.
show, we'll try.
Wait, when did we get Smoke and Shadow?
Hang
We
on.
got this on our trip.
Yeah.
You haven't read it yet, have you?
But these comics are very definitely worth a read. If you guys
Promise.
haven't.
If
Hey,
you
guys,
guys, if you're,
come out.
and believe me, I'm a slow reader. I
I
can't.
love it
I'm
how you guys
terrible
are
at reading
blocking
books.
the mic.
Yeah, we are.
It can still hear us.
You don't know.
It will most likely be echoing off those books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's,
my bad.
Let's
Okay.
We'll
Let's
put these
see.
up front.
Okay.
It's also blocked. Like now, Joe just looks like a head. It's pretty
It's
funny.
okay.
There we
Well,
go.
we showed them. We can
Yeah.
put them down once we showed them. They're super cool. I love
They're
them.
very cool.
They're available for free on YouTube.
Hmm.
It's really
YouTube.
easy to read them. You don't have to buy all of the
Joseph has
books
Joe in
like
the
we
chat.
did.
Ooh,
Joseph Renner. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, dude.
Cool.
And again, if you're a slow
He
reader
doesn't-
like myself and you don't read books, these are comic books. You could read these easily.
He read 3 of these in a day.
Yeah,
And
it's a
then-
quick read.
Like, and then watching the moving comics on YouTube is like a lot
It's
like
fun.
watching the old show,
Mhm.
which is really cool because like
Sorry.
I think that the show was beautifully written. It doesn't need to continue because it's so perfect the way it is,
Mhm.
but I miss it, and it's kind of nice to
Yeah.
get that from reading these. And
One
it's,
thing
it's the same. A lot of the same people are working on it. Brian Kanisko and
Michael Dante DiMartino.
DiMartino.
And
They're
then
Ji
still
Lao Yang.
he's the new
involved
story
in the
writer.
writing and
And this is the artist.
Yeah,
production, yeah.
Gurahiro.
Good hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I will say about the comics is like a lot of stories, like when they finish and then they start making sequels, it feels like, okay, they're just trying to stir up feelings of nostalgia, but this doesn't need to keep going. I have not felt that with any of
Not
these.
at
It's
all.
like, it
Yeah.
feels like a natural extension of the show.
Yeah.
It's true
Yes.
to the characters, the way the plot progression works, and I
They
love
use
it.
nostalgia when they don't just throw it in there. They use it if it works to the story, and that's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm gonna talk about Star Wars just real quick. Like I love The Force Awakens, but I feel like a lot of the nostalgia in it is just kind of thrown in there. I still love the movie, but with this, I don't feel that.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
very
it's worked.
forced. And
Yes.
I
no
do.
pun intended.
Yeah.
Who have you been spending time with?
But
Yeah,
sorry.
Joseph says, "Oh, by the way, congrats, Joe and Becca."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Why'd you look at me for that?
She looked at the
You're
camera.
welcome.
You are welcome.
I'm gonna scoot closer.
Oh man.
Salmon.
Last round.
Joseph still
Right.
hasn't
Things
seen
are holding
Shadows.
on. Yeah. I can feel his knee.
Okay, so back to the. Sorry, we got a little off topic there. Back to the topic
Okay.
of why is this such a lasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, one thing for me, I remember when I started watching the show, I was
You
in,
can remember that far back?
I can, surprisingly.
We started watching while we
I
were
was
around.
joking.
I had some friends in elementary school. I was in 5th grade when it came out, and at the time we were like, "What is this show?" And we all like started watching it, and I was instantly like grabbed. And then I went through a stupid phase in middle school where I thought it was too cool for everything, and then I hated the show, and then I realized I was
And
dumb.
then you realize he's a nerd.
Yes, and then I realized I was a nerd. and I was
Well,
being
you're a
stupid.
nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
And
See
so
how
ever
far
since
the bubbles
then, I loved just waiting for the episodes to premiere. Like I remember at the end, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you've seen season 2 and the finale of it, I freaked out so much of what happened when it first aired. I was like, "What?"
Dude, we've already covered
No.
there's gonna be spoilers into the comics.
Okay,
It's
so yeah, there's
very
spoilers.
lightning-y.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, Chris, would you say that you were shocked at the ending of
Oh, I
season
was
2?
quite shocked to
The
death.
thing that he
Aye.
needs to watch.
What?
They started the thing he needs to watch.
Moana.
You're welcome.
You
I still
are not
haven't
welcome
seen
to
it.
keep suggesting that.
I haven't seen either. but I
Joseph,
do want
you
to
see,
watch it.
if you just watch it, they will stop.
You have so much time on your hands.
Yes, so much time.
I'm not starting after this week.
No, that's true.
What's happening this
New,
week?
new
I'm
job
moving.
location.
I'm gonna start working like an hour. I'm gonna take Fridays off so we can still do this. But like, I'm gonna make it so much more money that I can work 4 days out of the week and
He's
still be
gonna-
making more than
he's
what I'm
gonna
making
be
now.
Commuting,
Impressive.
like too, which adds to the hours of the day.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
So-
these comments are directed towards you and Joe.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys, get over. They're
Which
married.
ones?
They've been married
It's
for
just
like
from Martha,
2
it's like-
years
Ooh,
to
nice.
us.
You're
married for a week.
You're welcome.
Chris, that is because you have not lived in our household.
Comics,
For us,
They
we're
were
just like,
no, but they're like married now. She is now a cram.
That still bothers me. When I look on Facebook, I see Rebecca Cram
I
and
don't
not Rebecca
understand
Sanchez, and I'm just like,
It's been Rebecca Vallejos for a long time.
or Valles, whatever. It's just
Okay.
really weird seeing Cram. I'm
I
just
don't.
like,
Okay, so when I'm teaching, usually kids are like, "Well, Miss, I don't know how to do this. Miss, I'm not good at art. Miss," and so, but I had the first kid actually say Miss Cram today, and I was like,
Hey, there you
I was
go.
so happy. But
There you
usually they're just like, Miss, I ran out of markers.
Miss, I sniffed it, and now I can taste the rainbow.
Basically, you know, they're middle schoolers, so I get things like that all the time.
Aren't
It's
a lot of
great.
them special needs too?
That's
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
irrelevant, Joseph.
Okay.
Irrelevant.
No, they're really.
That was
yeah.
a crocodile. What am I doing?
There you go. There you go.
Have you been sniffing
Jonathan's
markers?
particular
pretty
bending form.
Well, based on how he's dressed, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
markers smell fantastic.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
And that's called soccer bending. Learn it.
Reasons
It's
I hope
the
no one
quenching.
professional ever sees that I'm in these.
He's had too much cactus
Um,
juice, guys, so, you know, just bear with him.
Woo!
No, we're not in the middle of the ocean, John.
A giant
You know what's funny is that
He's friendly.
Okay, fun fact for you.
Yeah.
That moment is in the exact center of the entire series. And here's why.
That's great.
And you know what? Here's how this
That's
factors in.
amazing.
20 episodes, 21 episodes, right? So 61 episodes total. Episode 11 in this season puts it all in the middle. And episode
okay.
11 is the desert. And the middle of that episode is when Sokka gets high off of cactus juice.
Okay, I thought there were 62 episodes.
61.
For a second,
Okay.
What's up?
so I can say this. Start voting for who gets dunked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Starbucks.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes. Ooh, dude, good
While
job.
you guys continue answering the
You
question,
think
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
go
notice?
for
I
more.
volunteer, I don't mind.
I usually
Do you
don't.
mind getting me some water?
They're very supportive of
If you want to dunk me, I don't care.
We actually haven't dunked. I think everybody
No.
here's been dunked except Chris.
I haven't
I
been
thought you've
dunked.
been dunked once.
No, not once.
I've been dunked twice.
We have
3 times a year.
we've had Barnsley
you.
been dunked.
Thank you.
It was gonna be
He, oh
Joe.
my gosh, Tom
Yeah.
Dude.
was the record.
Yeah. I'll see if I can beat this record.
59.97. He was point
6'7", point
6'7".
I might be his record.
59.67 seconds is our record.
I might be his record.
I don't know. He's Australian, dude.
I used to be a lifeguard.
Dude, have you seen his
keyword being used?
Dude, have you seen his beard? How can you beat that?
Oh no, I can't beat Tom's beard. Tom, you're awesome if you're watching, by the way.
Tom, we know you're not watching because you're probably...
Actually, he does watch this.
Oh, he does?
Like, not live, but he watches it
Tom, we know
afterwards.
you're not watching.
Martha asks you, Chris,
Yes.
can I make memes of you?
Sure, go ahead.
I thought she was going to ask something very different.
Martha's kind of our backup meme maker.
Yeah,
We need more
make
votes.
as many memes as you want. I love memes.
We
More
want
votes.
you for the memes.
I want you to vote.
So
I want you
did
to
we
get
are
on
we
your
done with the first
keyboard
question, then?
and to
Not
vote.
quite, because there's something that I wanted to say is like,
Yeah.
it's like it's not just the characters that made it lasting; it was the story itself.
Story
like the story itself was
and the worlds too.
Yes, like it wasn't hard to explain the world.
No.
Like it's so simple. You got 4 different nations, each one can control a different element. Not all people can control the elements. There's your entire world.
So well
Do you
for
know
a
what?
kid show too.
Do you know why I
like-
think this made such a lasting impact? Because it was the first kid show with character development, with good character development. It wasn't just static.
that's true.
It was like true character development. You could be like, oh, well, that one season of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, yeah, but it's like, did they really like grow and change? And did you feel like you
It's
were
one of
growing
the
with
first
Raphael
shows,
and
I'd
Leonardo did. Michelangelo just kind of stayed being this way he was. Donatello never got any
Batman
character
the
development.
animated series had really good character
What?
development. That was
Chris,
in the 90s.
did anybody ask you?
That's the
You know
thing,
what?
though. Like, it was super original.
Yes.
And it really progressed. I mean, it's kind of hard. Most kids shows, you can watch an episode and like that's the episode is the story. You can be happy with the story. But this show, it progressed in such a way where you really need to know like what happened first and what happens next. And go ahead.
Also, none of the episodes felt episodical.
Yeah.
No.
Except for the Great
it's
Divide.
not like because a lot of I feel
It
like
still
a lot
had
of shows
meaning
that
to
came
it.
out when we were younger, it had like a structure to it that was very specific and it rarely changed. Like something happens, so and so has to do something about it, blah blah blah, happy ending, everything's resolved.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
true.
most shows were structured. It's like there's a bad guy, we beat him up, you know.
To be fair,
Pulled off the-
though, oh, go ahead.
And they do lose as
Pull down
well.
the curtain, and
Yeah.
the doctor is the ghost, the you know whatever. And
Yeah.
so like with Avatar, it's never really resolved until the ending. It's all one beautifully constructed story.
Like, there's a few episodes where like they'll have like a happy-ish ending consistently, and then every now and then it's just like, oh, not a happy ending. Great.
Yep, it's not always a happy ending. Haha, look at me.
Like when
I'm in a
when
dress.
they first meet Long Fang, and they end it with them like meeting.
Do you think
Judy,
he had a
they ended like right there, and like that was a
Long
creepy ending, or like the way they ended
Oh,
season
yeah.
2, or but yeah, I like your point though.
Or
It's-
season
Even the way they ended
3.
season 1.
Or
Yeah,
season
sure.
1 of Legend of Korra.
Because, like,
season
they
2.
won, they beat back the Fire Nation siege on the North Pole, and then it's like Fire Lord Ozai sending out some crazy chick.
That's true. That's
Why
true.
am I
That's
still
very true.
wearing this?
Because
You
Because
agree-
you
you agreed
agreed
to it,
wear
man.
it.
Did I agree to wear it for the whole time?
Yes, you did.
You have no one to blame but yourself. So
You got
Sorry.
more excited
The
than anybody
boulder.
else.
I will break
came
your
out, see,
neck.
earlier.
the boulder
we
takes
were-
issue with that comment.
See, this came earlier. We were trying to come up with like a thumbnail for the podcast.
So we
Yeah.
took a
And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I have an idea. So I went and put it on, but while I was putting it on, I was like, I think this would fit Jonathan.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna end up with like a midriff, like all the way
I
like.
thought so too, but that shirt's
Up
like, I
here.
have a long torso, even though I am short.
Korra
and I
doesn't
have
do a
short legs.
midriff.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
she
No,
does.
No?
she doesn't.
No,
She's
she
not.
doesn't. Man,
I
gosh,
just
that's
rewatched all
disappointing.
Legend of Korra recently.
But
She
Ty
does
Lee
not.
does, and that's why
Yes.
we like Ty Lee more.
At least that's why guys like Ty Lee watching the show. pretty
I'm
much.
kidding. I'm not that shallow.
But I do like your point though, how the shows don't feel episodic. Like
That
it's
was
not
my
like
point.
Star Trek where it all gets revolved at the end of each
That
episode.
was my
It's-
point,
it's-
Chris.
Oh, your point. I'm sorry.
There was
Both
one
your
episode
points.
that
I like
felt-
how you guys
There
elaborate.
was
Thank
one
you.
episode that I
Sorry.
felt was episodic, but in a good way.
Look at me,
The
waterbend.
beach episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Also,
true.
like,
Because that was kind of a standalone, but it had huge character
Look, the
development.
water moved.
True.
I can waterbend.
And the episode when Aang first learns firebending from Zhang, like he Guitar heals him,
Yeah.
and Sokka's all, and the time I got two fish hooks in
Like
my thumb. And then Aang's all, good one Guitar, and they end it with like happy music.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, like.
And then he burns Katara.
She's feeling the burn on that one.
Oh gosh.
Burn, baby, burn. I actually really wanted him to learn firebending from Zhang.
Well, he did. Just
Yeah, but
he
like,
got carried away.
I
with
thought
it.
that was-
he repressed it.
that was also another cool point. Like, they developed early on his fear of firebending.
Yes.
It was like, you're like, I thought fire was gonna be the last thing he learned.
And it makes sense
yeah.
of him messing up because he's like 12, and he's like playing around with
Well,
it,
so
not
far
taking
they
it seriously.
so far up to that point they had shown him do nothing but succeed and succeed.
Yeah, exactly. And he'd never failed until that point.
Also, can we take a moment to appreciate the
I-
mastery of us, the creators, getting us to root from Zuko even from early on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Because
like,
usually when you're a kid, you're like, oh, that's the bad guy.
Also,
and like, yes, you do that, but it's like you love Uncle Iroh, and you're like, why is that kid so mean to his sweet uncle? Like,
Right.
this guy
but
is
then
so
you kind of
funny.
like
Nice.
that continues, but you start cheering for Zuko in the 3rd episode when he's facing off against Zhao.
Zhao, yeah.
Jacques, were you gonna say
No,
Jacques?
I almost said Zhang
We'll
Zhao.
fight this Admiral Cho in no
Shaking the
time.
floor, which is shaking the table, which is probably shaking the microphone.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not touching the table. Look.
No,
Yeah,
but the
but the table
vibrations
is
are shaking
shaking
the
because
table.
you're-
And,
I don't know how much it affects.
That much.
but no, that's a good point. Yeah, from
No,
episode
my
3, or like when I was all Zuko, have you forgotten the first
Well-
time he faced the mask? He's like, I will never forget. And then like he defeats Zhao,
and
and you're
you're
like,
already
Yeah.
wondering. Okay, so there's more to him getting that scar than
and
him
then
just
you
looking like a
hear-
bad
you
guy.
eventually learn Zuko's backstory, and you start feeling sorry for him,
Yeah.
and being like, whoa.
I teared up a
like-
little bit the first time I watched it, and I was like,
I
poor
tear up every
Zuko.
time.
Also,
Yeah.
Mark Hamill is an awesome bad guy. Can we
And
say
and then also when you read the comics, you see the full extent of how messed up his childhood was.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it goes a lot deeper into it.
You can even see like when he gets his scar, you can see like Zhao and Azula are like smiling the whole time, and like everyone else is just like, yeah.
Huh?
Martha's only voting for Jonathan right now.
That's gonna be kind of hard to explain while my face is in a bowl, but okay.
Oh, John explains. Yeah,
John
is-
explains. Yeah, we can't
Yeah,
really
he's gotta
dunk
do
him.
that.
Unless we clone
Yeah,
him,
no, it's
but
fine.
The
It's fine.
technology's
No,
not
it's
there
not, no,
yet.
it's not you, Jonathan.
Oh, it's not.
No,
Just
I'll do it.
Martha kept voting.
Oh,
for
Martha
you.
kept voting
Oh.
for you. Okay,
So, how many votes do we have for me? One?
one. And
How
then
many
I-
votes do we have for other people?
2 for Joe and 2 for Becca.
None for me.
Poor Chris.
No one. I love how Chris came up.
I see how it is.
I want to be done.
I want to be dunked.
These people are mean.
That's okay. It's the internet.
I
But
love
you
them.
guys seem
I
cool,
love them
though.
anyways.
All
Yeah.
right, we need a tiebreaker.
And
then.
it's, you
For
know,
me or
for-
Joe.
1 more minute.
I volunteer, by the way, YouTubers. I volunteer.
Do you count as like
Volunteer
a vote for yourself?
denied.
Sure, I'll vote for
I'll
myself.
vote him in then.
Hey, there you go.
I'm sorry, but the fans have to vote you
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Actually, I
fans
could
have-
cast in a vote right now. I have my phone. So, boom.
in. If I was going to vote, I would say I have to be the tiebreaker since it's kind of tied between Joe and Becker, and I voted to Game Expert. Because I counted
Probably
Becca's
gonna end up being me.
votes.
Is what's gonna end up happening.
Yeah, it's probably gonna. Do you know why? Because you don't watch Moana.
So wait.
Yeah.
That's actually the
Joseph.
reason. That's actually the reason.
Thanks for reminding everybody.
No, not kidding. That's legitimately the reason why they want you dunked.
Really, guys?
Specifically Game Expector.
Oh, look! 2 votes for Chris.
Woo!
Hey.
Where?
Yeets.
Look, Chris and Chris. But Martha, you already voted for me.
No,
Let's
Chris
see if he
gets-
floats.
no, Chris gets to explain. That's what she's saying.
Oh, Chris gets
I don't
to
know
explain.
how to do that though.
How is Chris gonna explain the
that
show?
won't make any
That's the
sense.
reason. 'Cause we
Yeah,
saw
that's
the show.
because
It's John explains.
It's John explains.
it's I. Yeah,
It's
This is the part of the show where John explains
Yeah.
things.
I'd like to take a crack at it, but
All
I
right.
won't do it as well as him.
Total
It has
decision.
to be him.
Between you two, decided by the
Wait,
guest.
I have to call in a favor.
Wait, what?
It's decided by Chris, our guest.
See, this would have been so much better if we had Goodman,
Can I-
because
can
then
I-
he would have made the deciding vote.
Can I choose?
Dang it,
You
Matt.
would have guessed. He would have voted for me.
You would have
voted.
voted-
But I have 2 votes, so
I'm wearing a
technically,
dress,
can
you
I
probably
vote for
vote for me.
myself?
Yeah, that's a point.
I have 2 votes, and they have 2
But
votes.
do you have
Yeah,
a phone?
John-
But you
yeah,
have to-
decide.
Jonathan's.
Yeah, I voted.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm just gonna vote for my. I don't have my phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. That's why I voted for
But
you.
it,
But
it
thank you.
has to be a tiebreaker between those
Okay.
two.
Should
No,
we-
but if he has 2 votes, John just voted for him.
It's either Becca or the guy hasn't watched.
Can you
Moana.
vote for me?
I
Can you?
can't.
But that would
Sorry.
just make it a 3-way tie.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Okay, so Rochambeau.
Rock, paper, scissors.
There you go.
Rochambeau.
Rock, paper,
Rock,
Because
paper,
it is
scissors.
time for John
rock,
explain.
paper, scissors. Go. Wait, what?
Rock, paper,
Who does it
scissors.
that way?
Go. You have to do it in sync.
Rock,
Oh.
paper, scissors, obscenity.
You go rock, paper, scissors.
No, you
That's
go
how
rock,
it
paper,
works.
scissors,
It's rock,
shoot.
paper, scissors, shoot.
That's weird.
It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
It's
Who
rock,
even
paper, scissors.
does that?
Rock,
Everyone-
paper, scissors,
I've
shoot.
never done it that way.
It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Not go,
Okay,
shoot.
weirdos.
I've heard it both. To quote Sean from Psych, I've heard it both ways because I have.
No, you haven't, Sean.
I have.
Dude, isn't
To
that
quote
so
Gus from
sad
Psych.
that it got... Dude,
Rock,
Chuck
paper,
and,
scissors, shoot.
Psych got taken off.
So I'm getting.
Yeah,
done.
they're
Yep,
making
you're
a
getting
movie
done.
though, apparently.
For
Nick is getting
Psych
done.
or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
Psych movie.
Nick is getting
Do
done.
I go over here?
I kind of want...
Dude, Justice League and Young Justice got taken
Have you
off
seen
too.
Chuck?
No, I
Chuck
haven't.
is good.
No, it's not.
Becca.
I'll move.
Wait a minute.
Finale.
Oh, we got
Wait,
the-
do we have a change?
There has been a change.
What's his...
Martha has changed her vote
What's his
to Joe.
And now Joseph goes.
Because he did not watch Moana.
Hear me well, little person. You just best remember that conversation we had last Saturday.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
That's great.
Oh,
I
know
love
what he's talking
Chris's
about.
That's
supple hair.
right.
Thank you.
Martha.
Do we want to
in
just...
my pockets.
Martha, I'll make
What
sure
are you
he's
talking
nice.
about?
I don't know what. I'll make sure he's nice.
Judge,
Don't worry.
do we do it on the table or...
Jonathan do his job.
What am I doing? What? I don't even know how to do my job. I just know how to stand like this.
Oh, hey, yeah, check this out. Yeah. We got Mr. and Mrs.
Aww. Aw, Mr. and Mrs. Okay, John explains. Max, image time.
I don't know why you guys insist on this. I cannot hold my breath that long.
Just why I
Jonathan,
volunteer
you're gonna have to be
myself.
extra funny.
But
Sit right, like, over there.
yeah,
Like,
boy.
right next to Chris. Chris, you can be in the shot if you want to, or
You know, when most people say that
Okay.
they have a stool problem, I think they're talking about something else.
I can't control my stool.
So, okay. Tommy,
Joseph, if you're laughing,
Did-
you're not gonna be able
now
to do it.
change the picture.
Take a deep breath.
Did you put the picture up?
It's up. That's what. No wait.
Joe, we haven't even, like, done it yet.
Say. I have to wait for you to say.
Okay, ready, set it. John explains is going to be Charlotte.
Set up.
Okay, three.
Set up.
Stand up.
A little bit. Like that.
Okay.
Because it's in. I
Ooh,
didn't
man,
notice
this
the
is
picture
gonna
was in
be
the bottom right hand
This
corner,
is
and
not
that's where
good.
he is
That's
right
not
now.
good. Okay, so we're doing Charlotte. Ready, set, go. Okay, so in Charlotte, it's about this really cool guy, and you're like, how is he cool? It's because he's a jerk, and it's a really unique character and a really inspiring story. I like it a lot. And you're
Charlotte's a
like,
girl's
he
name.
gets through his life, like, being able to possess people for 6 seconds. Every single power in the show is like a power with a lot of inconvenience. So is it even worth using the power? So he gets through life just cheating off everyone, you know, reading all the answers, you know, top A student, you know, and he's about to get the girl of his dreams when
And I guess you'll
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger. And I didn't even get to get funny. Gosh.
What was his time?
It took
30 seconds.
What's
Not bad.
Oh, you
Not bad.
30 seconds.
That's my record.
That's good.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
I'd be
It's not as good as Tom's, but that's a decent record.
I think like my record before that was like 24 seconds. So.
Just
Well, there
keep
you
that
go.
around your neck. It makes it a lot easier when the hair drips.
My hair doesn't drip.
Even if it doesn't.
It
helps.
just did.
Okay, it dripped once. That's it. I have short hair.
Here's your glasses, sir. I tried them on and I don't. We don't have the same prescription.
Oh, Max, you gotta fix the camera.
I know what I'm doing now.
There's no prescription for my
Dude, I was not happy with that John
Dude, you
explain.
should make that into a t-shirt.
I thought it was nice because it had a cliffhanger.
I like this.
Yeah,
It wasn't as funny
it's
as
a
usual,
really good-
but it
I like
was.
it there,
And you know what? It's a really pretty show. If you like Angel Beats, it's made by the same person, so
Or
you'll be like.
This or
If you
that
like-
show you
I feel like
about?
also if
Show
you
we
like
talk-
your
talking
Lion
about,
April,
yeah.
I feel like you'd also kind of like that type of show.
Martha likes your line.
Do you want me to clean that,
Like
Joe?
Lion April, Charlotte.
Thanks.
Not Charlotte.
Of course.
Clan Act.
Angel Beats or Clan Act.
Yeah.
All those are great shows. Definitely go check those
Or
out.
Fuka.
Especially Clan Act.
I don't know about Fuka.
No,
Maybe.
that was a big show.
Yeah,
It's really-
it's good, but it's not really related. What
Anyway.
what other high school anime?
What was our other
subject.
What's our next?
Our next subject.
Oh, okay.
Jono's got it.
Subject of matter is.
Did we all answer the first question?
Yeah,
I
pretty
think,
much.
I think we
It
all
was kind of a group
yeah.
discussion.
Fair
We
enough.
kind of did that. What about this? We discussed that. Well, we discussed that.
Congrats, Joseph.
What's up?
You're surprising.
How so?
He said no. The other Joseph. He said I'm almost done with the original Naruto.
Well,
Okay, so what? What?
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's a
Getting-
lot
getting
to
through all that
watch.
filler?
That is a lot
Yeah.
to watch.
Well, not if you're watching
Yeah,
actual
dude.
stories.
I feel like I would have to get
Actual
super
story.
hammered to be able to appreciate that.
Challenge accepted.
I can finish in a day. I finished crazier
Okay.
shows in a day.
So, do you think? I mean, there's a few.
Man, we've discussed like
We've
pretty.
discussed a few.
Okay,
I mean,
here's a brief discussion that we can do. Do you think they will make a show about another Avatar after Korra?
Nope.
Yes.
No.
I'll let you explain, then I'll explain.
And that's the
That's a
people
discussion.
that have made the show. They said no. They thought the people at Nickelodeon decided to take too much liberty in putting out their political agenda, and they felt like it kind of ruined their story. So they don't ever want to have to deal with a company like that again. However, Chris's argument is going to be, but there's like a bajillion animation studios out there. But I think they're kind of getting old and tired, and they're like, you know,
they're not
No, no,
that
no,
old.
Not as
no.
old.
I know a lot about the animation world, not animated, just animation. So, because for the longest time, and again, so Avatar was run by Nickelodeon, and they parted ties
I
with
gift you
it
my
after.
sock.
Oh, thank you, sir. Anyway. Anyway, I deserve that. Okay. So,
He had to sock it to you.
Well, that's just
Ah.
nasty.
there you go. Yeah, that is. But so with Nickelodeon, they parted ways, and Nickelodeon owns the rights to Avatar. However, I read somewhere that they do not own the rights indefinitely. They own them to a certain extent. So when the rights expire, the creators could get it back, and at some point work with the studio that they collaborate better with. Because with Young Justice, they did it all with Cartoon Network. Season 3 is not being made with Cartoon Network. It's being made with a new thing that Warner Brothers is trying, like their own little animation studio that they've never
Wait.
done before.
I would just like to bring something up really side quick.
Yes.
Universal Studios is helping produce an anime
Oh no,
called
they made others.
Called
No,
what? They made,
this is their first.
No, it's not. Trust me.
Your fact check.
Do you want me to check? Because
Yes.
the show's called.
Check.
It's like you said. They said you couldn't pick up a girl online. That's literally the English title of it.
You can't pick up a girl in a dungeon.
No, that's not it.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
That's one of them. That's.
I don't think that's universal though.
But-
We're fact checking this.
No, but
So an American company
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Plus, think of this: we were all just watching Voltron a few minutes ago. Voltron has the same animation style as Korra and Avatar, and so is the show Castlevania, and they are both made by Netflix. So when the rights expire, Netflix could pick it up.
And then we have things like Indigo Ignited coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but I just don't think because
I think at some point
Legend
it will
of Korra.
happen.
I don't think so because Legend of Korra has just caught too much flack.
Still, it's
But
like overall, it's
don't
not
you-
that bad of a show though.
Again, though, don't you think that a show about Avatar 1 would be really cool?
That would be cool. I'd be open to that.
I'd be open to them doing like one season of that.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
wouldn't want
I
to see
agree.
like an
I think I can agree
earthbending
with you
Avatar in the further future where like there's a little bit more technology. I mean, that'd be interesting.
okay.
interesting, but I don't know how much they could do with it.
So Max,
Okay.
I know what
I'm
you're
of a
getting
different
confused
opinion, but
with.
I understand your thoughts though.
it's.
Okay,
You said
so-
you can't pick up a girl online. There's a Japanese style.
But do you know what you're wrong about? That's the Japanese Universal. The
It's-
only
no,
anime
yeah.
made by the American Universal, the Comcast company, is Gamers. Eat a big,
it's made by the same
fat
company.
bologna sandwich
It's
with
still
wheat.
owned by Comcast.
Choke on wheat.
You know it's still
Wheat.
owned by
To be
Comcast.
fair, this
Choke on the
is
wheat.
not anime, by the way.
Yeah.
No, but we're still talking about animation companies.
Or
This is why
like
we're-
I know, this
it's
isn't-
an
this isn't
American
anime.
show
Yeah.
with some Korean art styles.
There's tons of
and-
animation companies.
But
Yeah,
we were
this
arguing
is a
about
little-
something more
little
important.
separate.
Okay, fair.
Alright,
I'm just saying never
there's
say
a question
never,
for you.
but-
I'll ask you when you
I
guys done
agree.
here.
Okay. I think we're pretty much done on this topic. What's up?
Yeah.
When will the next chapter of the Red Sword and Shattered Fragment come out?
I'm still on a
From-
writer's block, guys, and I'm really sorry about that. These don't happen to me very often, and they're really hard for me to get through, but once I do, the writing will be back with a vengeance.
With
He's
a
been trying
vengeance.
really hard. He's gotten a bit done at a time. But
As
it's
hard
been a
as
little
the
slower than
boulder's
usual.
biceps.
The Boulder.
Hippo mad!
The boulders from if you watched the show, you would understand.
Who's voiced by an actual
It's
wrestler?
so funny because this
Boulder.
calls him like, who are you? I'm the Boulder.
The
Yeah.
boulder.
I love how
talks
Watch
about
the
himself
show,
in-
man. You won't regret
in
it.
third person.
To quote Vibe, great, he's
I
talking
love
about
it.
him. Yeah, he's referring to himself in the
He
third
tried
person.
to
That's
make
never a good
it funny,
sign.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It does
I was
not
like-
work.
I was like,
I
right.
am sorry,
Boulder
I think
feels
that's because you're
conflicted about
language.
finding a small blind girl.
Sounds to me like you're scared, Boulder.
The boulder is now over his conflicting feelings, is now ready to bury you in a rock avalanche.
Whatever you say, the pebble.
The boulder takes issue with that comment.
But yeah, they're both entertaining shows, whatever. But yeah, I'm just saying, they're different subsidiaries of the same company.
Same company though.
So what is the next
That
question?
would be like saying Beats and
So
Apple
we
are the
were,
same
like,
company.
Totally out of order.
Okay.
Beats is a
We're-
subsidiary.
Okay, let's get on to the second best character. Let's debate our second favorite characters of the show, because everybody's favorite show, if you have any shred of sanity, is Iroh.
I love Ira. He's not my favorite, but
Appa.
I understand why.
Appa is the best. Momo! Momo! Yes!
I'm coming for you, buddy!
Momo! My favorite
that
character
episode.
is the person that Zuko goes out on a date with.
I love
one
that episode
time.
so much.
You guys are gonna like my what if topic later
Just
then.
Okay.
like, why is this still in my hair? Ah!
So yeah, we're just talking about our favorite characters.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you guys go first.
Okay,
What's her name, Lee? What was her
Yeah,
name?
Lee. It was Lee.
No,
Alright,
Lee was
that's
his
the
cover
question.
name. Her name was Jin.
Oh, that's
Jin.
right. That's
I love
right.
Jin.
That's right.
Do you think your last name is Singh?
She likes tea.
Dude, ginseng tea. Okay,
good.
so ginseng
Side
tea
tangent.
can and you get like some other herbs in
Yeah.
it. It makes
Let me ask
training
you a
tea,
question that,
and it will
Aaron
boost your testosterone like no other.
Okay.
Pretty fun
Thanks
fact.
for that.
Noted.
Thank
There's
you for that.
Didn't you try sake the other day?
What?
Did you try sake at some point?
That was that was like a month ago.
That was a while ago.
That's
How was
that? It's heavy alcohol. My parents were like, actually no, I'm not gonna get into that story. It
It's
was.
delicious.
He didn't have a full
I was
drink.
supervised. It was one shot,
It was delicious.
and it was kind of fruity actually.
Interesting.
Noted.
My parents are good people. Don't
Yes,
be
they
like,
are.
oh my gosh, blah blah blah.
They actually don't know how old you are, so this is kind of irrelevant.
I'm
He's
21.
Now
45.
he's giving it away.
Joe
And a half.
says the boulder is basically Boom Knuckles.
Basically.
Yes, he is. Look at this fine specimen.
Notice the Adam's apple.
Obviously,
Chiseled, is
stroke
it not?
their neck.
Stroke the neck.
So who are your guys'
This got
favorite
super
characters?
awkward.
It did get awkward. Okay. He's gone too far. Again, he's on Cactus Juice, guys, so, you know, bear with
It's
him.
the quenchiest.
Okay, I'll start with my favorite
You start with your
characters.
favorite character.
So, I've narrowed it down to 5.
Top.
My
Character.
number one favorite character is Aang. Aang is my favorite character. Then Sokka. Then Zuko, actually. Zuko. Then Iroh. And then King Boomy.
Real quick. I'm challenging my readers. Who do you think my favorite character is? You'll have to let me know the responses.
Aside
Oh,
from
come
Iroh.
on.
Aside from Iroh, yeah.
Everybody's gonna know.
Probably,
I mean-
but I'm interested to. I'm interested to
I
see.
know. Who's your character? Favorite characters?
So it's her name's Jen.
Jin.
Jin.
Jen. Yeah.
Jin.
Jin.
J-Y-N.
J-Y-N. I would totally date someone named Jen. Jin. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I am a white guy. I don't speak your language.
So sorry, I'm not speaking this language. Okay, bye-bye now.
I love Top Hat.
Oh,
To quote Cinema Sins, that's racist. No, I'm kidding. Kidding.
To quote Cinnamon Sin.
Wait, so that's your favorite character, or do you have?
No, my favorite character is Momo. He is very
Momo is pretty
intellectual, and like the things he
Shush, Teddy
says
Monkey.
are just they get me. He gets me. Okay, your turn.
No, I already won it.
It's your turn, Becca.
It's my turn? Oh, I have to Joseph Slash.
I guess I'm
Wait,
Gosh.
remember the episode where Aang's having bad dreams?
That's what I was just
That's what we were just referencing.
Surprise!
That's what he and I. That's why he and I were referencing. Mo.
You got to take control. Wait, what does he say to Ang Lee? You got to stop doing stuff like this. You're unraveling. And he's all, no,
Boy, you are really starting to lose it, kid.
no, I am so sick of this
This
little...
guy. I am so sick of this guy mouthing off and telling me what to do.
So
Oh
funny,
yeah, you don't like it? Let's go right now.
funny story.
Yes.
I didn't have cable when this show was coming out,
Hmm.
and so I only saw like episodes here and there at friends' houses.
Ah.
This was one of the first episodes I ever saw.
That's interesting.
That
You're
should
just
be
like,
another
what are you
topic.
guys watching?
What is the first
What is
episode we
this?
ever saw?
Huh?
What is the first episode we ever saw? That
Oh,
would be
that's a good
topic.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's finish favorite characters.
Yeah,
Right.
favorite character.
Gosh,
So-
see, of course now I have to answer. Oh
I actually have a favorite
gosh.
character in the show, by
See,
the
I
way.
have to say I love
It's
Zuko
tough.
because he's
Zuko's
that
awesome.
classic anti-hero who has a turnaround. Toph's also pretty great. I love.
The blind bandit.
She's so much all the sass. She reminds me of like half of my middle schoolers in the morning.
She's sassafras.
It's great. Anyway, yeah.
Max's
I saw
favorite
this really
character is
cute. I saw
Toph.
this really cool fan art where it was old Toph. It was old Toph meeting old Katara, and she's like, "Dang, you got wrinkly, Sugar Queen." And Katara's just like, "Nice to see you too,
Please make
Toph."
that canon Nickelodeon. That would be
I know,
hilarious.
right?
Make that canon. That'd be great.
So Joe,
Yeah, who's your
Who
favorite?
do my fans think it is?
I think this might be an answer, but Joseph put a Jin Urso.
No.
No.
Whatever
That's
that
Star
means.
Wars.
That's Star Wars.
I don't know anything about Star Wars, nor
Seriously?
I don't really pay attention to that kind of
And,
stuff.
and you... Forget it. I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
We'll have this discussion
Never
afterwards.
mind.
Huh?
You know who that is.
I think I know.
She's
you.
she's the main character of
I
Rogue
heard
One.
you the first time.
They didn't hear me the first time.
Just say it.
I've only seen
I'm trying to figure. I want them to. I'm challenging them to
Somebody
figure.
tie this in a knot.
Allow me to give you a guess of Joe's favorite character. I must capture the Avatar so I can restore my honor.
What are you talking about? I'm a completely different character.
Joseph liking
you know what I'm
that
referring to, right?
character, I
Oh,
can't
what's his name?
picture it.
His grandson Iroh.
Yes, Ira.
He's
Did,
awesome,
did you see?
yeah.
No. Did you see? No, because there's a bonus bit on one of the Legend of Korra discs where they're doing puppets, and they
Yeah.
use the same puppet as Zuko, but they put an eye patch over him, and it's supposed to be Iroh, and he's like, "Why does everyone say that I'm just like my grandfather? I'm a completely different person."
Do you know what's really weird? Dante Bosco, he spends his time playing MMOs now. He plays like
That's
League.
cool.
He plays, but like people pay to watch him and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
So he's
Henry
a
Cavill does
YouTuber
the
now.
same thing
Really?
with World of Warcraft.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah, he's a huge World of
And
Warcraft.
also,
Yeah.
he voices one of the characters in Camp Camp. It's great.
No.
Henry Cavill? Or no, Dante Bosco.
Dante Bosco.
Okay, but yes, of course, my favorite character is Zuko. I related to him a lot when I was in middle school. I'm not ashamed of that.
Fair
He
enough.
wait, no, I won't tell the story.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll save it.
Guitars, you have to
I'll
that-
save you
admit
your pride.
that, like,
Which story
Zuko
is
at the
this?
beginning of the
Fire
show
Emblem
is
show.
a little
Oh, yeah.
bit similar to
Dude, I do that- I
certain
still do
original
that.
character.
I would not be
Joseph
proud of
writes.
So Joseph did get it right.
You're not an
and
author.
everybody knows this.
He fire bends
No
in the
one's paying
shower.
attention, Max,
Woo!
hold on.
Hurts my feelings.
Joseph,
I can
Joseph
vouch
said
for that.
Zuko.
you're a true nerd.
Figures.
You're a true nerd. Give me a fist.
You cannot
Yes.
lie.
Oh.
Yes. Suppose you guys haven't figured out my favorite character in like these types of shows.
Sokka?
No, it's my cabbages, man.
My cabbages!
The best recurring character
Hey guys,
in
we're
the
gonna get a
show.
noise
Ever.
complaint, aren't we?
In any show.
Maybe.
No, we got a guy that was downstairs playing bass way louder than we are right
Yeah.
now.
Was he playing bass good?
No.
I couldn't
Well.
tell.
Well,
Not well.
I can't English.
Her- She has a very big pet peeve about being grammatically correct.
I
But
just
then when I speak, nothing comes out correctly, so then I make even more.
no to go on
Do you
that.
know what's
Max,
worse
I
than
love
an
the
English
episode
Nazi?
when
A
they
Spanish
first visit
Nazi.
King Boomy, and Aang's all, but before we leave, I have a challenge for you. And they go down here, my cabbages! And they just end the episode.
He's in the
there.
comics. The cabbage guy is in the
He
comics.
is in the comics.
That's great.
He's in Legend of Korra too. They make a statue
Cabbage
in his honor.
Corporation.
Well, he isn't, but I think
He has a
there's
cat-
Well, there's a
Cabbage
statue. There's a
Yeah.
statue of him.
and so I think someone who like descends from him is.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
his
the owner of the
grandson.
Cabbage Corporation. Yeah.
My
Cabbage Corp. That was a really nice
That
throwback.
was yeah, I liked that.
This shirt is way too tight.
Well, yeah, it's for a girl.
Yeah, John.
Cora, you need to slim down. I mean, gosh, man. It's just-
Sorry.
how do you fit in girls' clothing,
I'm
Cora?
trying.
I mean, like, you know, never mind. Never
What is
mind.
so? What is the next?
That was my
question?
shoulder.
Yep.
you don't even know what I was
We're
implying.
so out of order.
Oh wait, no. John brought up a question. What was the first episode we ever watched?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. So for you, it was like
yeah,
the
it was either I remember.
Chakras, Chakras.
The Nightmares and
I
Daydreams.
remember the episode where Zuko first joined the group. I think that was actually the first one I saw,
Oh really?
and then it was the crazy one.
Okay.
Okay. What about you?
Oh, it was the Boy in the Iceberg.
Okay.
That was the first episode I saw.
I think it actually may have been The Boy in the Iceberg.
No, when we started watching it through, it was the second episode. We didn't actually see the first one until I bought the box set.
Which one's the
That's
second episode? What's it
right,
called?
yeah.
Not the Kyoshi Warriors.
No, that's the
the
fourth
third
episode.
episode.
I forget what the second episode is called. I think it's called The Avatar Returns or something.
Yeah, that's it. The
Yeah.
Avatar Returns.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. No, the first one that I actually saw was The Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's great.
And then, yeah, and then.
Yes, that
That's
is
the
the
best
first
episode.
one.
Did
I
you see
saw.
that one with
Yeah.
me? Okay, yeah.
I love it.
Like, we
that
just kinda
episode gives me the chills. I can't even think about
Because
it.
when
It
Iroh
makes
sings
me-
Leaves from the Vine, everybody
Yeah.
cries.
And the first time
It
you
gives
actually,
me
you're like,
chills. I have like goosebumps
That's one
just
too many
thinking about it.
syllables, bub.
That's the
Get
part I
a
always
make
forget
your
about.
wine.
Yeah,
You
I-
think you're
I-
so. You think you're so fancy with your silly little words.
Robin
This
is
is not
back.
so hard.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
And he said, the boulder has returned.
Oh, so you're the
I
boulder?
got it. The next Avatar show will be about the Boulder's descendant, and he
will be the
earthbending
Avatar.
Avatar. He will be the new Boulder.
Well, actually, who's next? Who's next?
An Earth-
Earthbending.
an
Yeah.
Earthbender.
Earthbender.
Yeah.
Do you know what would have been an interesting turn to the show?
What?
If Korra had died and Bolin was made the Avatar.
No.
Do you know why that would be interesting?
Why?
Actually, because
That's not
it's
even
like,
possible.
it doesn't
Maybe.
necessarily say that it has to go
Maybe.
to someone being born. It
Yeah,
just
the
says it has to
Avatar
go to
choo-
someone.
I mean,
I mean, like, I guess if
Spirit
that,
chooses.
like, if she had died during,
Rava
Rava
chooses.
maybe if
Okay.
Korra had died during Harmonic Convergence, then I don't know.
Yeah, she almost did.
Dang it, John. I broke it.
Back up.
But yeah, so yeah, Boy in the Iceberg. You got what was
The Tales of Ba Sing
Tales
Se.
of Ba
Tales
Sing
of Ba Sing
Se,
Se.
and then
Yeah.
Nightmares and Daydreams.
Cool.
Like, and then when I saw
Oh.
Tales of Ba Sing Se again, I was like, oh, this is a
Oh,
lot
wait,
heavier
is that what
than
you were
last.
talking about earlier?
What do you mean?
Oh
That?
my gosh. It's
Yep.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
they do that.
He's playing crappy
Neighbors.
bass music. I really hope it doesn't pick it up on the mic.
I don't think it will. It's not
Okay.
that
No,
loud.
all right.
It's too high up in the air.
That's
So-
like all that we wrote down.
Okay, so I have a what if,
Yes.
topic that I'd like to
That's
talk
right.
that I'd like to talk to you guys
We
about.
were discussing
I'm
this
planning on
earlier.
making a I was gonna do a Let's Suppose series on something else, but it doesn't seem like it's picked up much traction, so I'm gonna scratch that, start over. And I wanted to see what your input is on this. What if Zuko had pursued a relationship with Jin instead of just leaving her there?
I mean, he
Yes.
might have become
How would
happier
that-
earlier on.
How would that change
How
everything?
would that have
Everything.
changed? Ooh.
A lot of stuff.
It would change a lot.
That would have
Okay,
changed a
so
lot. Of
this is
stuff.
what I think would have happened. I think that he would have, settled down. Actually, Iroh would have stayed with him probably,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
like in the Earthbending Kingdom.
And
And
they
he,
split,
say,
off, when
yeah.
they
Yeah.
split off from each other.
but would Iroh be called later on when he's like, you know what, the fire?
No, because this
Lord's
happens
gone?
after they get to Ba Sing Se, remember?
Happens at, yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But like, would Iroh leave and go teach Aang firebending because he knows it's important,
Probably.
or would he just go back to Zhang?
Let's look at some of the more immediate stuff that happened first.
Yeah, 'cause what
So-
happens after that episode?
After that episode is when Zuko frees Appa, actually.
Okay.
I think he would have done the same thing, but
Yeah.
probably for a different reason, because...
Yeah.
And Iroh would have still confronted him, I think, but one of the questions he probably would ask him would be, what do you think Jin would say if she could see you right now?
No,
Yeah, that's a
I think the
possibility.
conversation would have been the same because it's
both.
too
It could have been
immediate.
both.
I think that he would be like, when you're trying to talk to someone out of it. Actually, no.
No,
it would be
he
both.
could have.
Yeah.
He would talk to Jin, and then if it didn't convince Zuko, then he would say what he said in the episode, and then that would have probably convinced Zuko. I bet.
Yeah.
If I had to put money on it.
I'm not saying that it would have been an important factor, because in the end, Zuko made that decision even without
True,
what would have been
that's
just
true.
influence.
Or
But I still feel like it would have come up. Because
Mm-hmm.
because we have to think about this, is that this is not going to just affect Zuko, it's going to affect the rest of Team Avatar later on
That's
as well.
true. Yeah, that's true.
what if, he didn't go and Appa died?
What do you mean?
What if he didn't end up going to be the Blue
Find
Spirit,
Appa.
go
He
and find
stopped
Appa?
pursuing-
What if Appa was killed?
Appa wouldn't have been killed because what's his name was still trying to use him as leverage.
Oh, yeah,
Team
Long
Avatar
Fang,
would have
yeah.
gotten. He
Long
only
Fang, yeah.
freed Appa just minutes before Team Avatar got there, so I don't
True.
think that would have changed much.
True.
Okay.
It would have made it easier for the team to get away from
Yeah.
Dai Li, but Jet still would have died and stuff.
Oh, it
See,
would have
Joe-
changed the second season ending
yes.
so much. Sorry, Becca.
I think so.
Okay. No, Joseph and I had a really lengthy conversation about this a while back.
This was
And-
during our honeymoon, actually, wasn't it? Or was
No,
part
it was
part
before that.
It was before that. Okay.
I think initially when he came up with the idea, I was like, I don't think that he would have, because so much of his personality at this point is devoted to restoring his honor.
That's right. Yeah.
Joseph did bring up some really good points, though, because when I went back and I watched some of the episodes leading up to it, and you do see some changes. Like, he's beginning to accept that it may never happen. Mm-hmm. He's beginning to kind of look at everyday life as
he's happy that his
that's-
uncle is getting his tea shop when
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
he was just like
And then right when he sees Azula, then he's angry, and
clicks
then
right
but then
back
he's in the
into-
cave with Katara, and then he's much nicer, and then
which
Azula-
wouldn't have happened before.
True.
And she could have healed his scar.
But then Aang would have died.
Would it have healed her scar though? Do you
Yeah,
think the
it
healing
would
water
have.
would have
I
healed
think
the
It
so.
scar?
would have.
Okay.
If it could save Aang's life, it could heal
Heal
Zuko's
scar.
scar.
That's
Fair
something
enough.
pretty petty. I think his soul is a little more hard to revive than a.
Well, he is
facial
the Avatar
problem.
though. Wouldn't Spirit Water have more of an effect on him?
Rava,
It was Spirit Water, though.
Rava would have a big part in.
What's up?
Don't forget about the Q&A.
Yeah, we'll do the Q&A.
I think we're almost there.
But also, think of it this way.
I
if
really
Katara,
like this. I actually want to discuss this even after the podcast,
Right?
possibly. Yeah.
Sure.
But also,
Right?
like, if she didn't use that water in Aang, the Avatar cycle would have been broken, because Azula killed him while he was in the Avatar
But let's
state.
say, okay, let's say that.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. So...
Okay,
there would
hang
have
on.
been no
Wait,
Avatar.
But
Yeah.
if,
That could've been
hang on,
a
if Katara had healed Zuko's face,
Mhm.
I think.
We have just delved into something so deep.
Wait,
I'm
what?
so happy.
Wait, what?
Beck,
What
Chris
was the
brings
point?
up a good point.
Joseph, you've
If
been
he
talking
was
about-
killed in the Avatar state, you would have broken the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if the show
No
had been
Korra.
on? No Aang.
That would have been it then.
Because he
No
would have been
Avatar.
Avatar, the Last Airbender. No more Airbenders. Or...
Except
yeah.
spirit shenanigans.
Yeah.
That,
No, because no
No.
Avatar in Legend
No
of
Avatar.
Korra.
Yeah, there would have been no...
So that would have been it. That would have been it.
And
no,
then
no, hear me out. Hear me out.
Zuko-
Hear me out.
I'll hear you out.
Okay. So let's say Katara had healed Zuko's face as a byproduct of Jin's new influence,
Mhm.
right? Let's say that happens. I think Zuko would have fought alongside Katara, not necessarily Aang.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance.
I think
yeah.
he still had too much animosity towards Aang at that point,
Mhm.
even though he
Yeah.
didn't outright attack him at first.
he probably would have just
But-
taken off.
Yeah.
Because when Aang and Iroh come to rescue them, like Zuko's being really aggressive towards Aang, and then when he
But
leaves,
he
he
does- well-
turns and looks at Katara, and then like they just leave. So
Yeah.
yeah, that I would support that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, but let's say that Zuko's face had been healed.
Okay.
I think he definitely would have teamed up with Katara, even if it wasn't with Aang.
Okay.
And Azula would not have stood a chance against them. And here's
No,
something.
she wouldn't.
Here's something else to
She wouldn't.
consider. Azula started coming unraveled when May and Ty Lee betrayed her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But during season 2,
Oh.
she knew that Zuko still wanted his honor more than anything else, right?
Right.
So let's
And
say
it
that
would have pissed her off because it would
it
be
wouldn't
a
have pissed her off.
miscalculation.
She could, like, we see this, that it couldn't click with her. She was incapable of understanding how she misunderstood.
Yeah, she
Like-
would be like, I've never
Like,
been
she
wrong.
she would start unraveling even sooner, I think.
Mhm, that's true.
Well, like, Azula's clearly a sociopath. Like,
Yes, but like,
yeah,
Yes.
so that may have made her snap earlier, which would have made her easier to beat earlier on in the
actually,
show.
and here's something else. Here's
Yes.
something else. And then like, because we even see this like on the episode after the Boiling Rock, when she comes after Zuko, and he's like, "Why are you here?" And she says, "Isn't it obvious? I'm about to celebrate becoming an only child."
Mhm.
Like, it's not over, but you can just kind of see something's already off with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something in her eyes where she's
Very
over.
overconfident for sure.
Nothing could ever be better than the original plot, but that is
Exactly.
a very
That's why I'm not going to make a
interesting-
fan fiction out of this, but I
Yeah.
do want to bring this up as a discussion.
I'll say this though, I don't think for sure he would have turned Katara, but it's definitely possible for sure. Because I'm not convinced he would.
Well, here's something else. Do you think Jin would have gone down with Iroh and Aang to find Zuko? Because
over under 50%.
Yeah.
because here's something. To
I don't
consider.
think
She's
Iroh
a-
would have
She's
asked
a
her
regular.
to do
She's a
that.
regular
No,
girl.
Iroh would
Joe,
not have.
Yeah.
Iroh
He
would have
would
been
not-
like,
That's true.
down,
Not
no,
have
no.
put that girl in
Okay,
harm's way.
that's very true.
He would have
That's
been
very
like,
true.
oh, he's just my nephew. He's running errands.
Plus, how do you
for
think
me.
she
Huh.
would react? And he's like, by the way, my name's not Lee. I'm actually the son of the Fire Lord.
Yeah, like that's one
That
of
would
the
be
things
a
that I
good
brought up.
conversation.
Like,
No.
how is she gonna respond?
How would
Is
she? That's something that we should talk about. How would she handle this?
I have no idea.
She's just like a very normal person.
All we know is that one episode and then a
How
couple
deep
other
does
things
this
later
go?
on.
Oh, dude. And guys as well.
Okay.
We could have so
We
long
don't probably
around.
keep talking.
We could go on and on.
I know. I think I'd rather do this than watch the Death Note movie, which I really want
That's
to do too.
Okay.
We're gonna
What's
do that
fun
later today.
Okay.
Is
but-
that you guys have been talking about this
Mhm.
for 15 minutes straight.
We're not
Awesome.
even done.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
This is how passionate we are about Avatar.
This
Okay,
is
okay.
my favorite
Let's-
series of all time.
Yes, this is the
Like-
one story I will not.
Same.
I only write fan fictions about
I
things that I
love
see that have problems with them. I refuse
I
to
think
write a
it's
fan
beautifully
fiction
written.
about this because it is perfect in every way that it already
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is one of my favorite things. That being said, there's issues. We've discussed the issues
Yeah.
in the way the
Fan
story
fiction
goes.
free cool.
This is pod racing.
Yeah.
From
But
my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
beautiful. I appreciate this as well. Hopefully, this will continue to be beautiful.
But from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. I can just
I
say that
have
for
the high
everything.
ground.
Well, from
like
my point of view, you have the lava ground. Stop that, Anakin! Lava ground! Stop it! The lava ground!
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
Max,
Oh
you haven't been
gosh,
keeping
the
track of
worst.
questions, have you?
There's
He
one
had
about
one
that,
question earlier.
Which-
Yeah, let's open up for Q&A.
Yes.
Okay.
We could go on for way too long.
Which
We're-
No, we're not done talking about this.
We have to, Joe. It's schedule. We're sorry.
So what's the question, John?
It's only 8 o'clock. We can go until 8:30 easy.
What? Okay.
We'll
do-
continue. Let's
do
see
we-
the questions first. Though.
Okay. Which episode would you rate the best?
Ooh.
Oh.
Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Best or
Okay, I
favorites?
found one.
What's up? Wait. Let's hang on to that. Let's answer the question that Jonathan brought up first.
Ember Island.
Ember Island.
What
so
is
it's
your
Like
favorite?
Zuko, where
Oh,
like
you mean the beach?
yes, the beach.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's like
Beach.
that's such a good episode.
I love that one.
It's like they gave character development to Ty Lee. What magic was that?
Yeah. For me, it's either the Storm or
Ooh.
the Avatar and the Fire Lord.
Ooh,
Those are
both
my-
are very
Those are
good.
some of my,
See,
I love those
you guys
two.
say these things and I get goosebumps.
She's actually getting goosebumps. I'm
Yeah,
attesting
that's
to
how
this.
good this show is, people.
I love it. Wait, it's probably I think I have a problem how much I love this show.
It's okay.
You're not alone because
I have
we
problems loving shows too.
Chris, you said Tales of Ba Sing Se? Or
No, for me,
I
it's
said
it's
Tales
either
of
the
Ba.
Storm
That's what I'm
or
talking
the
about.
Avatar and the Fire Lord.
And John said, you said Tales of Ba Sing Se, right?
No, he said Ember
I
Island.
said
Ember
Tales
Island.
of Ba Sing
Oh no, the
Se.
beach. The beach.
The beach.
Tales of Ba Sing
Sorry,
Se,
I'm a little
the beach.
confused.
And what's yours?
That's really hard. Well, I'm gonna have to go with the. I'm honestly gonna have to go with the last episode again because as an author, I
good.
really,
It's
I
really
really
good.
appreciate how everything comes together.
It's a great
Although,
conclusion.
like, and they
We
leave that.
still
one.
have questions that are unanswered. Wow, we haven't really given too many spoilers about the comics.
No,
Well,
I'm
like,
haven't,
proud
which is
of
good.
us.
The
Good.
search answers the question that
Yeah.
kind of all of us ask at the end when Zuko says, "Where
And then
is
they
my
troll
mother?"
us in Legend of Korra, and she's like, "Well, it's a
Oh.
wonderful story," and then they just
Guru, he's
That's
the
how I
artist,
did the question. That
and
was the
he
question I
said
got.
in the search.
I already answered the question.
In the search, he said that I was watching the last episode on its premiere day, and when they did the cutscene, he was like, I jumped up and cursed at my TV because I was so mad.
My mom did the same thing. She's watching it. She's like, "What happened to his mother?" I'm like, "They explained the comic book." She's like, "What?"
Okay.
Yeah.
which they do a phenomenal
They do,
job
they do.
with.
Okay,
They
so
do.
I answered the question. So
It's
let's get back to the rabbit
absolutely
hole. Let's also, I would like to point. Okay, so let's say we get past all the earthbending stuff, but I would like to say Aang gets killed in the Avatar state. Like Azula just gets a lucky shot in, kills Aang in the Avatar
Because
state.
she killed him.
Yeah, she kills him.
him.
Katara uses it on the thing on Zuko.
Yeah.
Spirit water on
Aang
Zuko.
even admits himself
Yeah.
in season 3, like, you like brought, like I was gone, like you brought me back.
Yeah. So
Sean, you're gonna break those, and I can't
would-
get those
Oh, I'm so
anywhere.
sorry.
I already broke one.
Would they still be able to beat the Fire Lord?
That's
No.
without Zuko and Iroh or the White Lotus, probably not. With
I
the White Lotus and Zuko and Iroh, there's
There
a
would have had
chance.
to be a total rebellion within the Fire Nation.
Because I think
for
Iroh
the
could
Fire
easily
Lord
go
to-
toe to toe.
No,
But do you know what?
Because he
I think
admits,
Zuko, because he's like transformed, I feel like he could lead.
No, I said he.
Rebellion
I don't
Okay.
think he
against his
could
father.
win. I don't know if he could win, but he
Yeah.
could definitely. He has a fighting chance against it.
he has a fighting chance. Okay, yeah, but he says when at their meeting,
Yeah.
they're like, "Will you help us beat the Fire Lord?" And he says, not only would it not be right, I don't know that I could.
Yeah, that's true.
If you guys were to answer this question, what are your opinions on Over the Garden Wall?
What is that?
Yeah, I have no idea what that. I saw that.
I don't know what that is.
We'll have to look that up.
Sorry.
Do you know the game Professor Layton is? Yes. Because he is almost
okay, give
exactly.
us a lot of questions.
Why does Joseph refuse to watch Moana? Because he's
There you go.
Joseph.
You got them.
We're sorry. That's a pretty plain and simple one.
He's. Yeah.
He likes Frozen, but he doesn't want to watch
Frozen's
Moana.
good.
But
Good movie.
Moana's
I mean,
better.
you like
But
Big
it's also
Hero
pure
6.
Big Hero 6 is good. Though.
Frozen's a good
Can you
movie.
imagine
I know
Captain
it's
Falcon
almost
doing the
like it. Watch it again.
Falcon Punch with the Infinity Gauntlets?
Wait, what's the question?
Can you imagine Captain Falcon doing the Falcon Punch with the Infinity
Gauntlets?
That's kind of
Oh
overpowered.
dear,
That's very overpowered.
that's deadly.
There goes the multiverse.
Yeah, there goes the multiverse, guys.
No, there goes everything.
And then
Just everything.
The
Okay,
Infinity
then there
Gauntlet
goes-
is not more powerful than Darkseid, though. Just
Okay.
saying, because Darkseid's
Yeah.
better
That's
than
just
Thanos,
Darkseid.
and he's the villain in Justice League. He's the ultimate
okay.
bad guy in
So
DC, at least.
here's a little bit more relevant question that I actually like, Gamer Inspector. What's your favorite thing about Iroh?
Oh, that's a great question.
Okay, can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
No, I want to start.
So, well, this is mostly part of the reason I love Tales of Ba Sing Se. Iroh is the most selfless and humble person.
Yes.
Literally, everyone he comes into contact with,
Even a guy that
He's-
tries to mug him.
yeah, he is concerned for that individual. Like, he loves them. That's the kind of selfless love that I think all of us should aspire to have, because he's not worried about his own personal comfort.
Yeah.
He just genuinely loves people that he comes. He knows how not to let people, push him around or push around the people he loves. Like, if you make Iroh mad, he's going to destroy you.
Like when he made Admiral Zhao.
Yeah.
Admiral Zhao, and he's like, whatever you do, that spirit, like, I'll unleash on you tenfold.
Yeah,
And you're
like,
like,
he's
oh crap.
He was like,
terrifying.
it's like
Yeah.
he
He's
is the
terrifying.
scariest. I think he's the scariest person on the
He
show when he's
really
angry.
is.
Yeah.
But not in the movie.
He's also like this.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that disgusting thing.
It was beautiful.
Zuko was good, though. Anyway.
Blasphemy!
It's
Indian.
a beautiful disgrace
He was
to
Indian. They were
mankind.
quite clearly Japanese.
No, but the actor, I thought,
Anyway.
I like the
Dude,
actor.
that's actually
Anyway.
kind of
I
Everything
love,
about
I love
that.
everything wrong with the
Yeah.
Last
Joseph,
Airbender.
now you're doing it. Gosh.
Maybe it's a cramp thing. I don't know.
Probably. Anyway, Iroh, as
Anyway.
you were saying.
No, but and we get that in Tales of Ba Sing Se. He seems like this perfect character, but then you see, no, he was not always like this.
Yeah.
It was the death of his son that caused him to become that humble, selfless person who values other individuals as
Right.
people and empathizes.
Can I just say real quick? I want to see a Lost Adventure comic where Iroh gets inducted into the White Lotus.
That'd be cool. And you know what else?
Because
is-
it's surmised that happened after Liu Ten died.
Well, you know what's interesting? We see very little of what Iroh was like before.
We have
all
one
of that.
scene.
Yeah, like even Zuko, like Aang asks like when they're at the southern the Sun Warriors, he's like, I thought your uncle was good, and he had a complicated past.
Mm-hmm.
So
He laid siege to Ba Sing Se for 600 days.
yeah,
Geoclone's little brother was typing stuff in.
Oh.
I'll destroy you, earthbending child.
One of my favorite Lost Adventures
That lemur,
comic
he's
is
earthbending.
Toph versus Boomy.
yeah, that one's
That's
pretty
hilarious.
Good. That's a good one.
She's like, I invented metal bending. He's like, ha! I've got dirt on my toenails like an earthbend better than you, girly.
So what do you like about Iroh?
Pick me.
I like how his advice is very practical. Like, he doesn't just give, like, and this is the best example
It's
of
not
it.
like fortune cookie.
Oh, I
advice.
have
It's
one.
actually
It's like
better.
here's the most classic example of this is when the boy's like kicking the window with the ball and he notices them and he's like, it's usually best to try and seek to repay someone when you made a mistake so you can regain your honor. And then like the big guy comes in, he's like, I'm gonna murder all of you, and he's like, but not this time. Run!
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
What about you? What do you like about
My
Iroh?
favorite thing about Iroh is his unconditional love for his nephew, Zuko.
That is
Yeah.
That is like,
That's true love. Because
Yeah.
Zuko's not the kindest person.
which leads us to one of Zuko's greatest moments when Ozai's like taunting him. He's like, your uncle's gotten to you, hasn't he? And Zuko just smiles and says, yeah, he has.
And then Ozai was like,
Ozai's like,
"Frowns."
what?
but let's talk about this. Like,
Mhm.
Zuko, the pretty much he backstabs Iroh and throws him in jail pretty much. And then he goes and visits him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but then will like immediately flip and be like, "I hate you. I hate you. Why do you exist?"
And when he first sees Iroh, he's all, "Uncle, it's me," and he just turns his back to him, and you're like,
All the feels.
Zuko, like you, it's like, yeah, you deserve that, Zuko.
It's like, that is colder than any waterbending.
Yeah.
And then when they reunite, you know, he's like, "I've always forgiven you." Like,
Yeah. And credit to the show too for for using one of their voice actors to pick up after Mako, because he did a really good job, Greg Baldwin. Like you can tell, but it's just barely you can tell.
Yeah,
it's
His speech is slightly slurred, is what it is.
yeah, but
That
it's
was
close enough though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mako's. The other final role that he did was actually the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2006 movie. He was Master Splinter.
Oh, that's perfect. I like that.
Yeah.
No,
They
for me-
actually weren't
yeah.
able to film the final scene the way they intended it to because Mako died.
Aw. Yeah. But for me, I like Iroh the most for all the reasons you guys said. He's loving. He's
He's like the perfect image of a dad.
Yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with, and I know I'm in the minority here because the first season is my favorite season. I love his humor so much. Like
Yes.
when he's all it's good. He's all when you go looking somewhere and you don't find anything. It's when you find something you weren't looking for at a great bargain. And he's all, "You're really gonna get a kick out of this, Zuko. The Lotus House is in my sleeve."
I was just
time."
the last time I watched that, I paused the episode and I was like, "Wait, isn't that cheating?"
Yeah, he cheats. Yeah, and I love Zuko. He's just like, he's all, "God."
Iroh's face like,
yeah. So I love
Damn it.
everything about Iroh.
I
Oh
never
my
thought I
goodness.
would return to the place where I experienced
My
my greatest
greatest military
disgrace.
as a tourist.
Oh.
Sorry, Aang, this is my fault. No,
Well,
it's
it's kind of-
it's mine. Yeah, actually, it kind of is.
It's like word is that the captain's eating like a king. What kind of king is he eating like? The fat, happy kind.
You will teach me the advanced set. Very well, but first I must finish my roast.
In the abridged series, they make him like Russian who loves Jewish food.
That's
and
perfect.
But they basically
That's
give him
perfect.
the same line. This like, teach me the next set, uncle. Fine, but first I must finish my gefilte fish.
That's great.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
I was gonna bring up a question. What is your guys' favorite season?
3.
Oh.
That was quick.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
I don't know. Like,
Mine is season 1. I love the first season. so
no,
much.
season 1 sucks.
I love it.
It
Season
doesn't
1
suck.
doesn't
It
suck.
doesn't suck. It's my
Doesn't
least
suck.
favorite.
It's my least favorite though.
It's
2
my
and
favorite.
3 are really, really good.
Yeah.
I am actually like 3 has my favorite episodes, but 2 I just
2
they're
stresses
both
me out.
so
Yeah.
I love
good.
it, but
Yeah.
it stresses me out.
Okay,
I'll say this. I think the show gets better as it progresses, but because of
But
the
you need
nostalgia
season
I
1.
have for the first season, I just love it. I love like the innocence of it. And
I've seen season 1 too many times, so I just have
fair
kind
enough.
of like
Fair
a-
enough.
I have a thing. I've seen season 2 the least amount of times.
Okay.
Season 2 kind of drags a little bit. There's that one filler episode with the canyon that's really annoying, but
That's in season 1.
is that in season 1?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Now the Cave of Two Lovers, I love.
Oh,
that's,
great
Secret
filler.
tunnel. Secret tunnel.
So I randomly do that at school.
Hey, the guy with the bass stuff.
And yeah,
Maybe he needs to pick up on the basics first.
Shut up.
Jonathan.
No, I actually like what Gamer Inspector said.
Yeah.
Zuko and Iroh when he's in jail and afterwards. It reminds me of the prodigal son.
Can we like
yeah,
take,
it does.
can we, like-
it really does.
can we like
That's a great
appreciate the
point.
art,
I
the
think
sheer
that's-
art of those scenes?
Yeah.
Because like there's only so the general consensus is that it's always depicted Iroh in the light and Zuko in the dark. It's not actually true. The very first time when Zuko goes in to visit him, they're both in the dark.
True. That's
Because
true.
like I think like even for Iroh that was like his low point.
yeah.
Because his nephew that he had poured all his love and everything into just betrayed
But like
him.
he still finds peace in that. And then after that it shows like it always looks like he's standing free and Zuko's in a cell.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Do I have time to bring up one more question or no?
I mean, I've been in this thing for an hour, dude.
Okay.
I'm about to burst into
We have
flames.
time for one more.
Okay.
We have 7 minutes.
Who's your favorite master in the show?
Kane Sugar.
Mexican.
Does Iroh does Iroh count as a master?
Just any of the masters you can think of.
Piandao.
Yeah, P and Dao is my favorite.
Beyond now.
He's so cool. Him
Becca?
and Boomy. I love Boomy so much.
Boomy.
Boomy's a little wild for my
Boomy
taste.
didn't really
but
teach much
He
though.
did.
What did he teach?
There is good Jing and there's negative Jing.
Well,
and
and
there's
also,
neutral
when
Jing.
he
When
first-
you do, nothing.
When he
Actually,
first met
technically,
Aang,
there are 72 types of Jing. Do you even
85.
know what Jing is,
85,
Joe? I know what Jing is.
He also no.
It's
he,
literally just power.
he taught Aang how to.
change cigar.
He taught Aang how to think outside of the box too.
Mhm.
When they through all the challenges too.
Which really
I need to
helps
watch
them
the
for
show
the
again
rest
because
of
I'm gonna
the-
actually understand like a lot more of like the terminology they're talking about. Like when you're like,
Oh,
it's
'cause
just
of Kung
Chinese
Fu?
crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also love Zhong Zhong too because man is he awesome.
Who would
So
you
cool.
akin your Sifu to in the show?
Boomy, definitely Boomy.
Boomy?
That's
really?
awesome.
Definitely Boomy.
That must be a great.
I'm gonna actually
master.
tell him I said that.
He said he's an Earthbender, right?
No, he actually hasn't said. I need to ask him that.
I thought Josh said that he said that he was an Earthbender.
Oh, he's definitely an Earthbender, without a doubt.
This man's bones are made of adamantium.
Yes.
So he's slowly poisoning himself. Okay.
No, like he was. No, like he was.
I got that. Yeah. Pretty, I mean, if that's the case. Then
That was a
yes.
sad movie.
But if he's Deadpool, then he's fine.
Well, it's not canon, so.
Yeah, it is.
Last
Logan's part
Robin.
of the X-Men
Last
film
Robin's
continuity.
favorite
It's
master is.
It's
Hey,
Cabbage Cart.
Hey
I don't care.
guys, Robin's favorite master is Master Cabbage Cart.
Yeah.
Taught Aang to think outside
so-
the box while he was inside a box.
I'm going to do
nothing.
Wait, what?
I don't have
series.
Yes, you do.
It's
People
good.
love
Me
it.
too.
It's one of the greatest. It's my favorite TV show of all time.
If I had to
It's-
between,
yeah.
if I had to give, if someone gave me the choice between never watching anime, if I had to choose between anime and this, I would choose this every
Same.
time.
Max,
It has a 9.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Max, if you watch this, I'll watch Clan Ad.
Well, time to get watching.
He just leaves. Okay. All right. Well, is that? Are you guys ready?
Do you
to
guys
wrap
want
up?
to? Do you guys want to like go in further into the discussion of the what if
Dude,
next
I'm
week?
down. That's
Next week?
Oh yeah.
Next week.
We will bring back this
So we'll
topic.
bring this topic
Yeah,
back.
I
Just
also,
let me
I'm
know
not sure.
when.
I'm not sure when my little brother's game is tomorrow. I'm
Okay,
here, by
yeah.
the way.
Okay, so
You
yeah,
guys
both of
noticed
you,
I'm
both of
here.
you guys need to be here for this.
Okay, just let me know when and I will
Wow,
try to
Shane,
get
that
work
hurts
off.
my feelings, man. I felt like I contributed.
Well,
nothing.
you're always here. So
That's not
I
true.
can-
What if I'm never here? You know? What if I die?
So, yeah, I think this week and then
That's- you
next
never
week.
know.
Then I
he
think the
has
show
a
would stop
Saturday
for a
game,
while.
And then
Yeah, it was
I
I
will be
live
here for a
here.
bit.
I live in the closet.
Max,
I wasn't even aware.
Then what are you doing out of the closet?
Exactly.
I was gonna make that joke,
Aw.
but that.
Out.
Be that way. I'm going back to the closet.
No shame, man. No shame. No.
There he
kidding.
goes. Bye.
Okay, guys, we might want to end the thing before
Yeah.
I completely
Alright.
strip naked.
Okay. No stripping.
Oh, wait, we have to have
Okay,
a
you saw the
channel
Dragon
update.
Cry movie. We get it. You don't need to imitate Grey.
Vampires suck.
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh no, that's just my bling.
Yeah. Or Batman's.
All right. So I guess that's it for this week.
I'm stupid.
Nipples.
What?
All right, guys. Well, I am not. What?
Pharratz Entertainment, we finally have it up and running. We have 3 videos recorded. We need to edit them, and we will have them out hopefully by Sunday.
About that, yeah.
They actually started recording.
Yes.
I like,
figured it out.
We had to buy a
telling
new
you guys.
mic.
Are you done?
Cool.
So go like, comment, subscribe to Pharratz. We are actually taking game
Requests. We will probably play Portal 2 co-op as you guys have so heavily
Ooh,
suggested.
Portal 2 is
the
awesome.
2 games that we have right now. Do we want to surprise them or shall we say? Let's
We
say
can say one of them.
which one?
Well,
The
we're gonna
fire.
say both.
Okay, the one with the fire or the one without the fire?
The one with the fire.
Say both.
Both? Okay, so the first one, Ultimate Chicken Horse, we actually have 2 episodes of it recorded.
That's.
So it's
Gonna be a lot of fun. It's a party game, it's competitive platforming, a lot of
We have
fun.
2 of that recorded.
And we have things that happen when you lose.
For both.
and the other one,
Dark Souls 3.
That one's. We're,
Oh
if
my
you guys like the
gosh.
challenge that we did.
Yeah.
If Jonathan actually wants to tell him
Yeah.
the challenge that we did, if you ever had what we
Guys,
actually-
look up Pepsi Fire and then watch the videos.
What we did was you did what I call the Pepsi Fire challenge. Whenever you die in Dark Souls, you have a shot of Pepsi Fire. It tastes like pure grain alcohol.
So what we've heard is
So bad.
it tastes like the drink Fireball.
Okay,
apparently.
Yeah.
what burned worse, the
Tastes like
sake or that stuff?
Pepsi Fire.
Pepsi Fire.
Whoa.
It
Chris,
burns.
do
That's
you have
so
anything else coming up on
burns.
your channel?
Yeah,
sometime soon?
so I'm taking a break from YouTube for a little bit because I don't really have the best film equipment. I just have an iPhone 4. So, unfortunately, because Netflix took Justice League off, I have to put a hiatus on my Justice League review. So what Tim and I are going to do is we're going to try to find a way to watch them on our own time. And before the Justice League movie comes out, we're just going to do a single video review of the entire TV series. And then I'll continue my Spider-Man reviews with a friend. We'll just talk about Spider-Man in film. And then at some point, I will be doing a Star Wars talk video where we'll just talk about Star Wars.
I will be a part of that.
You will be a part of that.
And I'll let you know the week before, whenever the
Yeah.
closest date is, when
Yeah.
that is, so you can pop over and watch on his channel.
I will be doing a Justice League review when the movie's out with Tim and with our friend Jacob Collins. And at some point, I might do a Star Trek because there's not enough people watch Star Trek, and I feel like people need to watch it more. I love
So
Star
says
Wars.
your shirt.
But, yes, so says my shirt. So just keep your eyes open for that.
Okay. Alrighty, so I am. Alright, I guess we're done for the night. I am Not Your Average Joe. Thank you, Mr. Chris Critic, for coming on.
Thank you.
Mr. Stupid Face, and thank you to my wife for coming to join us. So,
And-
we'll see you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Not all of us will be here, but
So
we'll make it fun anyway.
check out Pharratz and check out Chris and